I'm Rick.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Jeff.
And this is the Conspiracy Zone.
Let's go.
And a very special episode today. We have a guest.
Yeah, why is that? Yes, we have a guest.
He is an expert in all things conspiracy, and I know this because I drink with him. We get drunk and we talk about conspiracies.
Yes,
That's my boy. His name is Mac. What's up, Mac?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Mac, how you doing, brother?
Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for coming in.
Of course.
So I know you really well as the drunk guy at the barbecues who likes to talk about conspiracies, but the audience don't really know you. So I want to just ask you a couple questions to dive into your psyche, just to see what kind of person you are, so they can enjoy the show and know who they're listening to.
Sure, yeah.
All right, you ready for the first question?
Yes, sir.
First off, we should go over what the topic is. What's your topic?
Let's do Hollywood rituals.
Oh, okay. I like that. Let's do it.
I like it.
Hollywood
I like
rituals.
Sir.
All right. Before we get into that, here's your questions to get into your psyche. You ready?
I'm ready.
Have you ever used the microwave at 7-Eleven?
No, I didn't
Not
know
once.
I never knew.
You didn't know they have one?
No.
I don't trust
What?
him. I don't trust him.
See,
now.
he was teaching us all technology stuff. He doesn't know about the microwave.
So
at
how do you
7-Eleven.
how do you heat up your burritos from 7-Eleven?
I don't get a burrito from 7-Eleven.
He's a good.
Oh, I don't
He's
trust
good.
him.
He's good.
I don't trust 7-Eleven food.
Yeah, that's true.
We just buy our drugs from outside of 7-Eleven. We don't go in.
Oh yeah.
All right, ready? Next question. Get into your psyche.
Yes, sir.
At what age did you stop dropping your pants fully to your ankles to pee?
Ooh.
I think
How
like
old
you're
are
a
you
late
now?
bloomer.
I'm 22.
I think he's still doing it.
Still doing it?
I sit down when I pee.
You sit down when you pee? It's not
I
looking
do
good,
it at
man.
night for sure.
Wait, you supposed to sit down when you pee?
Yeah.
I'm in the morning. I'm too tired.
Yeah.
It's a lazy
anytime
thing?
I'm tired, when I'm lazy, I'm sitting.
You just.
So here's my thing. Like, if you pee sitting down, which I have when I'm going number 2,
Yeah.
you have to. You have no choice.
Yeah.
Sometimes, though, if you have a really
You would hold
forceful, sometimes you have a forceful pee, you get a splashback, and you know it.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Splash
Yeah,
back from
I don't
the
fuck
bowl.
with that. That's toilet water. That's everybody shits from the day splashing up on my balls.
You know,
I'm-
Get a
I
shower.
got a
Clean
trick,
your
I got a
toilet
trick.
and get a
what's
shower.
What's the trick, man?
Get some toilet paper and just put it in the bowl before you even do anything.
Oh, and then it comes up. Ooh, okay.
shit.
Learn
Life
shit.
hack.
My bag.
All right. Can you name 3 of the 4 Spice Girls?
Nah.
It's not looking good for you.
Can
man.
you?
Probably, yeah.
I can't.
I was born in 01, though. You gotta give me some slack.
Yeah,
Baby,
Sporty,
Oh shit!
Sporty.
Just going.
Posh.
scary.
Yeah, we got them.
Is there only 4 of
There's
them?
only 4.
Oh really? Well, you did it. That's good job,
way
guys.
easier than I
What
thought.
the fuck? All right.
All right, let's do the Hanson.
another one?
The
Hansons,
Hanson
brother?
brothers.
Oh shit!
I don't know them girls' names.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Chris Hansen.
Chris.
no.
Yeah. Sit down. Have some cookies. Yeah, we tricked you. Have some cookies. So
What was your plan here tonight?
yeah.
I was just gonna hang out.
So what is your spirit animal?
Maybe a capybara.
All right.
I don't know what that is.
They're like, I know what that is.
Like
You like them
big
because they
ass-
chill with crocodiles and
yeah,
shit, and they don't eat them, right?
Big ass guinea pigs, basically.
And the crocodiles.
Yeah, they
don't
won't
don't
eat
fuck
'em.
with them.
Nah.
Why? They just don't taste.
They're just
good?
like super friendly.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't taste good.
Yeah, probably.
Because I can't do. Them, like,
right.
Probably
eating
tastes like
everything
a giant wet rat.
Yeah, because like don't crocodiles have like no abdominal oblongata or some shit like that? Because they all them teeth, right?
What's holding?
That's a part of the brain.
Yeah, I know, but like the
Yeah, I know, but no. It,
He's like, yeah, well, they have too many teeth. Half their brain's
that's,
missing.
that's from Waterboy. Remember?
I got it. I got
Yeah.
it.
No, I didn't,
So,
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, so I can't see them not having a conscience about one animal. You know, I'm like, oh, that one's cool.
I don't know. They just don't eat them, right? Do you know why?
No, I just like the way they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they are weird.
All right, you ever gotten drunk, look in a bathroom mirror, and called yourself ugly?
No, I think that's when I think I'm the most good looking.
Rest the dead.
You're in the mirror drunk, like, look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Go get them. I go right back out. Yeah.
I'm with him. I see myself in the mirror. I'm like, all right, a picture. I'm like, what? Who's that?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
in
who's that guy?
reality,
Yeah.
in reality, you probably look the worst.
Yeah,
When I see
exactly.
video of this podcast, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Who's that guy?
I'll go in the bathroom at a party, walk by the mirror, and be like, I forgot I was fat.
I felt good for a second.
Yeah, just that. I call them fat reminders. They're not mirrors. All right. Is your mom the best looking sister, or would you say one of your aunts are hotter?
Oh shit!
This is a crazy question.
Yeah, that's
Does he know all these people?
No,
I was
He
gonna
doesn't know one.
say. I think he's got one in mind.
I don't know.
I just want to see if it's the same.
Now, is your mom the hottest, or is it one of your aunts?
My mom, I think all my aunts are pretty.
Got to pick one. Mama,
Dun, dun,
mama.
dun.
And I want a name. Is it Aunt Donna?
No. I do have an Aunt Donna.
Do you? That's a lucky guess.
No, I'm gonna give it to my mom because she'll probably watch
Yeah,
it.
you just got
There
to
you
go with your mom.
There you go. Well played, my man. Well
All
played.
right. And can we see a picture?
Josh will post it on the video of this.
Yeah, we'll do a little editing.
All right, one last one. Last one to be silly. Do you put music on when you make love? And if you do, what's your go-to song?
Oh shit!
I'm gonna be honest. No, I've done it before though.
But what song would you go with? Like if you had to put it on, or give me an artist.
I think P&B Rock has a good selection.
I don't know that one. You guys know that one?
Philly guy who died though.
Can you sing it a little bit?
Give us an
Get us in the mood. Get us in the mood, baby.
Conspiracy
and a one and a
podcast.
two.
All right, what did we learn from Mac? What kind of person is he? First off, you don't know where the microwave is in 7-Eleven. I don't trust you for that alone.
Yeah.
No, that's
Right?
crazy.
And we never got the answer. Do you? What age did you stop pulling your pants all the way down to pee?
Let's just say between like 5'7".
Nice.
5 to 7.
That's
yeah.
fair. Yeah, because I feel like I did it
Feels
in kindergarten,
real.
but not after that.
Yeah. Not gonna lie.
yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't remember that at all.
Oh, I do.
I don't. I gave him a ballpark estimate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember doing it in kindergarten, and then I think in first grade I kind of wrapped that up and
Oh, matter of fact, then however old you are in first grade.
yeah, because then you get teased. You
Yeah.
go in there and your
Yeah, you can't
asshole's
have
out.
your
Them
ass
kids,
out.
them kids get mean in first grade.
Whether you wanted to or not, you're
Right.
done. 6 is the
This is
limit.
the cutoff. That's it. All right, Mac. So we got celebrity. What is it? What's your topic?
Let's just call it Hollywood rituals.
Hollywood rituals.
Yes, sir. 'Cause I feel like there's a couple that they get you with.
All right. And what is Hollywood rituals? Break that down to people who never heard this term before.
Whether it's humiliation, you go out and you make a fool of yourself, and I feel like that can be used for good or bad.
Okay.
Whether you're going against the agenda or if you're going with the agenda. And then they have the sacrifice rituals where you give up somebody and next day you wake up and you're one of the best celebrities out there, most known.
So what would be the point of having them go through some sort of embarrassment to get fame? Is it just that? Because you can't be having something on them because it's public. Mm-hmm. Would it be like, hey, now you're part of the group because you're willing to do anything?
Yeah, I feel like it could be that, and then it could also be just like I know Justin Timberlake already. This is the most recent one I can think of. Like Justin Timberlake already's been famous for years, but he just got arrested for that DUI or whatever, and it was all over the news, all over Instagram, all over any social media. So I feel like it also could just be like another thing to grab somebody's eye.
Yeah. Sometimes it grabs attention too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
when's the last time you
yeah.
heard about Justin Timberlake, and now he's in the news everywhere. And next thing you know, he's going to have like a bust out concert that
Yeah,
everybody's
something
gotta,
like that. Yeah, I think that's how it works.
So it's planned, you think?
I believe so. Yes.
No, when I talk to you, sometimes you go down these deep rabbit holes, super deep. That
Our
I
kinda
don't
guy.
even go down.
Yes, sir.
Our kind
So
of
I
guy.
mean, how far do you think this goes? Like the celebrity ritual? Do you think there's somebody pulling the strings on
I
the
believe
top?
it goes down into eating babies.
Oh,
Damn! Damn!
I don't.
Pizzagate, some
I'm-
Pizzagate in
wait.
there.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Okay,
your
we got to
favorite.
talk about
Your
this.
favorite.
Listen, you little capybara, we're getting into this. All right,
Well, that's what we love,
let's
boys.
talk about it. So let's talk about eating babies for Christ's sake.
I mean, I don't get where it comes from. I never ate a baby, but
I don't. The fact that you have to say that.
Yeah. We're non-baby.
Yeah.
but there's like weird times in like the Ellen show where she talks about Adam Sandler throws the best pizza parties, and I love that time. And they even brought it down to the CIA or the government, whatever, has code words like pizza is babies, and like let's just say pepperoni is boy, and whatever.
All right, who brought it down to that? What's your source of this?
I like to say more podcasts, more conspiracy podcasts, and I would just say TikTok. And you might think TikTok is a bad way to get your information, but I also believe TikTok is a great source for it to get anybody to watch, to get it to anybody. Everybody's on TikTok. Same way, like you might believe you got to get your information through the news. The news is a controlled network.
Yeah, I agree with that. To a certain extent,
For sure.
Well, TikTok's just unfiltered.
Also, but TikTok also is anybody can say anything.
Yeah, and then you have the news to where they have to say a certain thing.
Well, there has to be an in between. So I see what you're saying. They are two extremes. One is super controlled and has an agenda, most likely.
Yes, sir.
And the other one is just open forum where any nut can say anything. So I think you could look at TikTok and you could find some really cool theories and ideas there, but you got to research it
yes,
for
sir,
sure.
Yeah.
You don't just spout out what you heard there, because most of the time it's somebody looking for views or clicks.
Yeah.
Right? Would you agree with that too?
And listen, if they don't have primary sources for what they're claiming, then I just throw it out altogether. You need to show me, if you say somebody's eating a baby, you got to tell me what baby, what the purpose of it was. If it's a conspiracy to eat babies for some reason, what is the reason?
Right.
How does it work? Not just
what are you
Hillary
getting from
Clinton
doing
eats
it?
babies.
Yeah.
That doesn't do it for me. You
Maybe-
got to have some sort of evidence that backs that up.
Well, what about Alex Jones sneaking into Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
But Alex Jones wasn't the person who discovered Bohemian Grove. He's not even the first one who snuck into Bohemian Grove.
First
He
one
went
to
off
record it,
of-
though?
No, there was actually in a magazine in the 70s. Several journalists snuck into Bohemian Grove and reported on what they saw. One guy went in. He just walked right in. There was no security. He just said he was invited as a guest by one of the other, Henry Kissinger told me to
He has
come
my
in.
ticket.
And he just went in and he was allowed to stay the whole time. Nobody knew who he was. He walked through the parties, and
Did he order the baby?
he basically said it's super weird and really
Like homosexual.
yeah,
right? Type stuff.
like not just a homosexual retreat, but like guys doing stuff they wouldn't do in normal
Situation, okay.
with their wives or kids around.
Right.
These are famous journalists?
I mean, I don't know. They're not it's not like Bob Woodward, but it was a guy. I think he wrote for Wired magazine in the 70s. Is where he came up with the first mainstream media expose of Bohemian Grove, and then people always kind of knew about Bohemian Grove, but to this day it's still exclusive. You can't get it. You and I can't just walk in there.
Yeah.
But Alex Jones doing what he did to get in there was for Alex Jones. That was to make
What did he
himself.
uncover? What did Alex Jones himself?
He really didn't uncover anything new. That everybody knew about the owl. Everybody knew about the cremation of care ceremony where they burned the effigy.
Right.
They knew about that stuff. They knew Walter Cronkite did the announcements over the loudspeaker. They knew relatively who the guest list is, who the membership list is.
So
and then the
hold on,
guests
Walter
of those.
Concrete was there, and he's the announcer.
Yeah,
That's a big
his
get,
voice.
right? To be your announcer,
Well, he was a member. He
now
was a-
calling table 5. The baby's ready. Is that? Was he doing everything?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't sitting in a booth getting handed pieces of paper. He did the
Don't forget to tip your
Welcome to
bartenders.
Bohemian Grove. Yeah, he did the Marty Moose and Vacation. That was Walter Cronkite. So he was like, "Welcome to Bohemian Grove."
What does Walter Concrete sound like? Let's do a.
I have
I feel like it's like this. This is Walter Concrete.
kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He's the guy when the famous video that everyone's seen of the news guy saying JFK died some 25 minutes ago at Parkland Hospital. That's Walter Cronkite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Walter Concrete. Who would have thought?
So, but anyway, yeah, what Alex Jones did was he took something he knew was a conspiracy type thing and made a big production for himself so he could get himself some press.
Well, that's great. It's
But he
the
didn't
whole thing
expose
is
it.
weird as shit.
Oh,
though.
yeah, of
let's-
course, yeah.
why do any of this?
They're all
You know what I
up
mean?
there playing in the world. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
It's not good or bad. I guess I don't know.
So back is that where you're saying this starts from? These guys, the rituals.
The higher ups, that 1% that
Of this group,
yes, sir.
a start. You think that's where it comes from, or they borrowed it from somewhere else? Maybe.
No, I feel like I feel like because I feel like humiliation has not even I feel it's been around since Kings and Queens, and they have the little Joker. You can come get humiliated.
The jester.
Yes, sir. But now if you throw in media, money, and more power, that's where I feel like the Hollywood side comes about it.
Oh, that's a good analogy. So like the gesture that we can throw fruit at and all the bullshit, and it ties into
now just put money and media behind it.
And now they're giving us people to throw fruit at, and they're making money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Like if you're thinking about it as in that way, like if whoever's pulling the strings and controlling.
Yeah,
it.
I always wondered. Like I've heard of this, the humiliation rituals and all that, but I always thought, what's the point? But I guess if you're just saying it's just rich assholes having fun.
Yeah,
rich assholes to make more rich assholes.
Yeah.
Right, and then like say if let's take an example of what you would think a Hollywood ritual is, and let's break down what the point of that would have been.
Well, I don't know if I said I believe that there's a good outcome and there's a bad outcome.
Okay.
Like when Dave Chappelle got offered his $50 million for his show, he said that whoever offered him it said, "You're declining this. By the time you get off that plane, people would think you're crazy." So
crazy and on drugs, right?
Yeah, so he goes to South Africa. When he lands, it's everywhere on the media that he went to rehab. He's on drugs. He's out of his mind, literally out of his mind.
So that humiliation, I would say, is was to discredit.
Well, no, he didn't take the
he
money.
didn't take it, but
he didn't accept the humiliation.
But who started he didn't accept the humiliation, but who started the crazy rumors? The people who he didn't accept the humiliation.
Yeah, I believe it was Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's who he was on with.
So it's we're either gonna make you or break you. Two choices. Yeah. There's no in between. Yeah. Now, what do you think about John Cena coming out in the Oscars, butt ass naked?
That's weird because nothing happened after.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell if that was a good or a bad. I mean,
we're talking about it. That's what happened after. I think that's part of the humiliation ritual.
Sure.
Well, it was also the recreation of a thing that happened back in the 70s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When who was that? Who was out on the stage? Oh, it was Kimmel, right? Was the
producer.
So he was talking about it was the whatever 25th anniversary or 35th anniversary of the Streaker. There was a guy famously at the Oscars who streaked across the stage, I think, as Marlon Brando was about to get his Academy Award.
So they were just like reenacting.
So they were just supposedly playing off of that,
right?
And I don't know, like Cena's already to me. How much more famous can he get?
Yeah.
How much more money does he need?
But they can threaten to take it away.
How can they take it away?
Dude, them guys they live paycheck to paycheck like us most of the time. So I mean, if the paycheck stopped coming in, he loses his 25 houses or his mansion or his.
He says if you said no that night, he goes home, wakes up the next day, and there's a article out about how he does this and that.
Right, exactly. And then maybe that the scripts he was all offered pull back. And you're like, oh no, you ain't in this. You ain't in Jumanji 7.
Or just my take.
What?
They said, hey, John Cena want to recreate a streaker thing from 30 years ago. And he went, yeah, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean,
and he didn't show his wiener. He held a thing in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people see it.
The other guy really
the camera didn't see it, but somebody seen it.
The other guy really, dude, he probably had like those
sock
those like flesh colored underwear on.
Still, your asshole's out like you're in kindergarten taking a piss.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's
hands
that.
Down to
But okay.
I don't know if I would like have my asshole out on stage, man. There's not enough money. I mean. I'm not John
You're
Cena.
Also
right.
Rick.
Yeah. I like how you didn't say fat. You're also Rick.
I was going to say flabby, but
you would have went with flabby.
That's my new nickname, Rick. Yeah, ain't nobody paying to see my asshole. They would keep it in your pants, bud.
Probably not.
All right.
Although now I have an idea for a humiliation ritual
for Rick. My asshole
it's
out.
always just take your shirt
go up and
off
down the bar with your asshole out.
Nah, the shirt ain't coming off, you pervert.
If you ever see him with his shirt off in the pool, that's humiliation ritual.
Yeah.
Me and Josh
we're in on something.
I'm like a female. I was at a barbecue earlier in the summer, and everybody knows I don't take my shirt off for nobody. And I haven't. I swim in this shit. My own wife rarely sees me with my shirt off. So then,
that's wild.
a friend of mine, I think you might know him, Rob. He pulls my shirt up, dude. It felt like I was a girl. It did because I haven't showed because it's such a thing. Everybody wants to see them so bad, and I haven't seen them. Yeah, and I haven't showed them to anybody. So when he pulled my shirt up, I got that feeling like how it would happen if somebody did that to a girl. Like I felt violated. It felt rapey. And then I like wanted to go home.
I just wanted to curl up in a ball and die.
He went home and took a shower.
And then I was like,
laying down crying.
I was like in the shower, running cold water, curled up in a ball. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
Dry heaving.
Yeah, and then I was thinking in my head, like, oh, maybe nobody's seen it. And then I was at the next party, and they were like, oh, man, we've seen everything. Like,
you got pepperoni nipples, my man.
I heard there's pictures floating around.
Oh, dude, I would love that.
This video.
I'd be cracking
that's like,
the fuck up.
That's like my Kim K moment. I have a sex tape out now.
That's your humiliation ritual.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's definitely it.
All right, back on task. So what did you think about Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift in 2009 during her award ceremony at the VMAs? Do you think that was humiliation ritual or just like an overzealous, crazy artist not getting what he wanted?
I believe, second one. Yeah.
Second one?
Yeah. Because it's Kanye we're talking about. Now, I do believe he is crazy, but I also do believe that he does say some real shit.
Yeah, I mean, schizophrenic people every once in a while make sense.
Yeah.
Broken clocks right twice a day. So, I mean, I feel, I think that...
He's a genius.
Oh, we're talking about humiliation. Let's talk about their daughter. What's her name? Northwest?
Yeah. Oh, with that Lion King thing?
Yeah,
right?
you see that Lion King thing?
What?
Oh, my God.
Oh, the singing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You never seen this, Jeff?
No.
So here's what happened. They were doing a production of The Lion King out in Hollywood, but it's a big deal. It's like the 20-something anniversary, and they got this amazing cast to do it. They had like people lined up, kids auditioning, and then last minute, Kim and Kanye come in and like, we want our daughter, what's her name, Northwest or some shit?
Yeah,
Northwest to play the main role. Because it's such a big name and they have so much pull, they were like, okay. So they put this girl, and the normal Lion King outfit that the kids wear, it shows your midriff, it shows your legs. Kanye was like, no, fuck that, I'll make my own. He put her in this weirdest fucking costume. It looked like a onesie.
Of course he did.
It was horrible.
It was horrible. And then she starts singing and getting to dancing. It's the worst performance you'll see in your life. It's like, I watched it 25 times. That's how bad it is. I'm like, how did they let this pass? So you got all these people that paid all this money to see this production, and they got some nepotism, a Nepo baby coming out and ruining the whole fucking thing.
Did you see the national anthem at the home run derby?
Country singer?
Oh, yeah.
Was that
That was humiliating.
Yo.
The country girl?
Yeah, somebody got to her.
She's one of them girls. She's one of them
She
girls.
was horrible.
If you hear her normal music, she's one of them whisper singers, and that's the problem with them.
Yeah, she's like a Billie Eilish type.
They sing like with this inflection, and you're like, it tricks your brain into thinking, oh, that's good. But second, they got to hit some notes. Anybody can be like,
it's your job to hit
like a mumble shit.
Yeah. But going back to Kanye and what you were saying about they could take it away, like take Dave Chappelle's contract away, take things.
Right.
That's when Kanye did the like I love Nazi stuff.
That was nuts. Yeah.
And then immediately his net worth dropped like under $1 billion. But like I don't think that thing with Kanye's daughter isn't a humiliation ritual because they're all billionaires. Like you can't blackmail them into doing something to their kid. What you can do is take away a guy's endorsement deals and all that kind of shit when he says I love Nazis.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
But what if they're doing that on a not on I love Nazi scale? What if you come out and you say, as a celebrity, fracking is bad, right? And then you don't know these fracking companies where their ties are. All of a sudden, Pepsi pulls out, and Nike pulls out.
Yeah, but usually you just have to weather the couple of weeks storm, and then everybody's don't care anymore.
But how much money have you lost in a couple of weeks from speaking your mind?
Well,
is speaking your mind worth
but speaking your mind
$50
is only
to you?
Speaking your mind is only going to do like piss off half the people, and then they're going to forget about it anyway. Like whatever side gets pissed, it's only going to be for 2 or 3 weeks, and then everything goes back to normal.
Yeah, but you can lose money in the meantime.
Yeah, you can, but
it's all business. I mean, fuck being famous. It's
these
business.
people don't know when shit's coming.
Yeah,
like you could support this and that and that, and nobody ever comes for you. And then you go one more thing, and then they all come for you.
Yeah,
you don't know what that thing's going to be. So what do you do?
Yeah,
like you have to operate a business. You can't just constantly be worried that somebody's going to be pissed at something you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a Target with the Pride stuff. They had that stuff for like 10 years. Nobody said shit. Then all of a sudden last year it went berserk. How were they supposed to know?
Buy it?
Yeah.
They were fine for 10 years, and then something happened on the internet, and everybody went crazy last year. You just got to weather the storms.
I think it's once they start targeting the kids. I don't know if they've had those Pride books. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
No, it's a Pride book.
I don't think it's called that, but it's, if you go into the children book aisle, I know this from a video. I wasn't in there, but they have like.
I like how you have
Right.
He's just
I'm not a diddler. Just so you know.
I wasn't looking into this book.
I seen it from a video, but they basically, it's a multiple kids books just talking about sexuality, talking about if they don't know what gender they are, and these are like books that like 5-year-olds are supposed to read.
Josh, you were just telling me a story. Why don't you get into that about the book that was banned?
It's the books. Well, it's not banned. They were just asking them, like, what do you want us to do with it? And they were just saying, like, they wanted it in schools, but then they were saying they wanted the librarian to determine if the kid could take the book out if, it was for them.
Well, that's those like book banned things in different states.
The book
Right,
he was
exactly
talking
what it
about, though,
is.
was explicit. It
Oh,
was
no,
talking
yeah, the
about like
stuff
it was,
in the books, they
it was
read them
about
as
like
well.
homosexual or gay sex, and it was talking about the pain involved with it, like kind of a walkthrough and teaching them. And they want to distribute this to young kids. Like, I don't think you should.
What age kids?
What age was it, Josh? You remember?
They just said in libraries they didn't.
Yeah.
really-
So listen,
when those books are usually they're talking about high school,
okay.
and that's where you get all kind of fake news going.
But do you
everywhere,
think
is
there
that they
should
don't
be a
want
book?
little
Do
kids
you think there should
gay
be a
sex
book
books?
out there for in high school talking about to a girl, when you pop your cherry, it's going to hurt. And, like that's something that you should learn at home, learn through a teacher, through health class. There shouldn't be reading material sitting in a school about the pain and sexual encounters.
Yeah, okay, that's a discussion that can be had, and that should be up to the kid and their parents to decide what's appropriate for them.
Not
to be
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not the school
librarian.
district and the librarian.
right.
Yeah,
But it also shouldn't be that every book that discusses anything sexual gets taken out of a high school library.
As long as it's, to me, if it's a narrative that's educational and not too informative one way or the other.
So you're getting all subjective.
Yeah,
I think
it's public school.
This
You
is
have
all-
to.
but
You have to. Get
Every book
subjective.
is subjective.
I think it's
Everybody-
levels.
I can make a case why the Bible
We're
shouldn't
not
be in
banning
there.
them from bookstores.
In-
You're
in
banning them from
anybody's-
a free
Yeah,
library,
yeah.
like a free library that children can check out. You're banning it.
But you're for high school, 16 years old. Could you read about gay sex when you were 16 years old and not be traumatized?
Yeah, I could have. And nowadays you can go online and figure it out. But why it shouldn't be offered by a public school system? The information's everywhere. It's easy to get. If you're seeking it out, you can find it. They don't have to provide it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Who provides it? A lot of places, it's just piles of books are donated to these places.
Well, Josh said that there was like a hearing, right? And
It was
the parents,
I believe Congress or some shit.
yeah. And then it went before Congress, and the congressman just kind of shut them down and made them look like idiots for even approaching them with this book. Like it was just nonsensical. And he even said, Josh was saying, he said, what do you want me to do here? What's the outcome here? What do you want? And like they didn't have an answer to it.
Yeah. This is all completely out of context, so
Yeah.
I'd have to know everything.
Yeah,
that's
so-
going
right,
on.
every
because there's
side,
a
right.
lot of bullshit surrounding this whole book stuff.
Yeah.
A ton of it. There's
Right.
books that are being banned that are by like Maya Angelou. Books are being banned. Like what are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, that's a good example too, because I mean, if you ever read Maya Angelou, there's some explicit stuff in there,
Yeah.
real life situations that she went through, and I don't think that
there's-
should ever be excluded because you're gonna have a little girl or a young boy that
It's all
went through this,
subjective.
and yeah, I
And
see
it's,
your point.
and it's all like those books that are about homosexuality are supposed to be. If a kid is 14, 15, he thinks he might be gay. He's looking for somebody
Right.
that he
Some
don't want to
kind
go
of- right.
telling everyone I think I might be gay. These kind of books are supposed to be there for them to relate to and say, "Oh, okay, I see this author had the same experience I'm having."
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
what they're.
I can get behind.
Yeah,
that.
if you get into weird sexual stuff that just like doesn't, it's all crazy. Yeah, of course, that should not be put on display in a public school library, but that's usually not the case.
Right. Mac, what's the gayest thing you've ever done?
Come on, man.
Gotta know. Gotta know. Just give me something. Give me something. You ever stumble onto a website and didn't click away right away?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude! What was the gayest thing you ever did, Rick?
This podcast.
Well played.
Grabbing Ricky's hand when we did our
that's
There it is. There it is. Oh, that, yep.
Holding Jeff's hand during a
When we
car
almost
accident.
died.
Yeah. And screaming together. Yeah, that's
And
probably-
screaming. Yeah, that's a moment, fellas.
I think I wore slides with no socks one time.
Oh.
Dang.
I think, yeah.
That's a slippery slope.
All right. So, what do we think about the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock? Is that
Well,
is that
there you
one?
go.
I believe so, yeah.
You think that was one?
Yeah.
Explain.
Just, I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel it's not just about all about the slap. I also feel like the humiliation comes from his problem with his wife. His wife making a whole book about him being not masculine and him not being a real man. So I don't think it was just the slap, but the slap definitely had some. Not some,
So
a
that
lot.
was so wait, the victim of the ritual was Will Smith?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did Chris Rock get pulled into that shit?
But
place, wrong time.
if you see Chris Rock,
Wrong place,
Chris
wrong
Rock had a
time.
whole other story to talk about, and he's still doing his thing. Maybe even I would feel like more people want to go see Chris
Oh, they
Rock
do.
now,
100%.
or at least when it happened, because
Right.
they want to see if he's going to joke about it, want to see if he's going to bring it up.
And he did, and it was
Yeah, he
hilarious.
did.
And, and it was and we were all waiting for it. Everybody's seen it. But getting back to the Will Smith being the humiliated one, I 100% agree with you, because if you see did you see the interview that she did with him?
Him crying,
Him crying, her talking openly about
I feel
cheating
like their
all
whole
on him.
marriage has been a
Yeah, that's what he's
humiliation
saying.
ritual.
Yeah.
And look, if we're just talking about human emotion too, not if it wasn't planned, that slap, I think that should have been directed towards his wife. Not saying you should hit girls, but I'm saying
Yeah, no, I
the
get what you're
anger,
saying.
the
Yeah,
anger
yeah, definitely.
was she's sitting there, after just saying it, she cheats on him. He's not a man. All this stuff,
Right.
And then he goes, because somebody insults her, slaps the other man.
Yeah, now defend me.
Now,
right.
now here's the flip side of this. If I'm at a party, somebody says something to make my wife cry, because he looked over, he was laughing at first, seen his wife cry. That motherfucker's getting slapped too.
oh for sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you look at it at a human level, and now, celebrity held to a higher standard, I may have done the same thing.
But I know you said on a party level, but your wife didn't write a book about you, and
Yeah, you might feel a little
Yeah.
different.
Yeah,
if
she's
you
at
had
the
all
party
that,
like,
right.
yeah, I'm blowing everybody. And then
exactly, yeah.
His,
Yeah.
what was
I would have
it?
been
Her
like, yeah,
kid's
get this
son,
bold
right?
bitch.
Yeah.
So wait, is Jada part of the Illuminati or whatever? Whoever's doing these,
I would
ritual
I would
thing?
say most celebrities that you see, I feel like I don't know if you want to call them Illuminati, but I would say they're definitely in that group.
Illuminati type group,
Yeah, yes,
like
sir,
that
yes, sir.
sort
I
of
bel- yes,
cabal, whatever. it is.
I was reading that the humiliation rituals are traced back to the Freemasons. So and here's a tie into Hollywood with the Freemasons too. So there's a fraternity that the Freemasons pretty much run. It's their fraternity. It's Omega Psi-Phi. And a lot of famous people came out of it, and they have admitted that Omega Psi-Phi does these humiliation.
Sci-fi.
It is sci-fi.
You
I
sure it's
think.
not a
Yeah.
Star Wars group, bro?
Yeah. Well, listen, they have admitted that they do humiliation rituals, like or any other what do you call it, a fraternity.
Yeah.
But theirs go a little harder, and it's based off the Freemason shit. And now you have all these famous people that came out of that fraternity in Hollywood. So I mean, it could just be trickling down. Like, hey, you want to be a part of the group? You know, you got to stand on one leg and drink a beer and all that
Right.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think there is some sort of reality to it, just because of the way where people come from. Talking about the Freemasons, the college fraternities, and going back
So
to
this
the
is
king
like
and the jester.
so it's like
and-
hazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think it's so much like you're going to lose everything if you do it, but it's like, hey, you better put up with this. I had to.
Right.
You want in?
Yeah. I see. I could go more with that than like. There's like 10 guys sitting in a room going, "Hey, let's get Josh to dress like a girl, and if he doesn't, we're gonna ruin his career."
I also think it could be them 10 guys in a room looking at whoever is the most influential person right now. Like I have there's a rapper. I don't know if you guys know her, Sexy Red.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You do? No, you
little,
don't.
little
Fuck
yeah,
outta here.
ghetto
It's a girl, bro.
ratchet rapper. Yeah.
I called I thought Sexy Red was...
Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
We're with it.
I would say she is probably one of the most influential female rappers. Influential as in like she has a very big audience. And her sex tape got leaked on Instagram.
That sucks when that happens. What site, though?
Well, her music video is basically like that anyway.
I'll talk to you after the pod. I got you.
We'll
Celebrity
school
jihad.
you. We'll school you.
Yeah, but I think that also like I feel like they look around and think, oh, who is the most poppin'? Who has the most engagement? Who basically has the people in their hands? They're gonna do this, or if they don't, then.
Yeah, you know what? I can see that working if whatever they did to humiliate them was private and it could be held against them. So, like, if you
Meek
say,
and Diddy.
yeah,
Yeah, get to them Diddy
right.
parties.
Yeah, exactly, Diddy. We can get into that. But like, if you really want to take these things for what they are, that's the real power in them. The secret,
The blackmailing aspect. Of
the blackmail.
Yeah.
So let's get into the Diddy stuff. Like,
Meek and Diddy. I personally think it's weird that this came out a week prior to him dropping his first independent piece of music. So
so you think was he still under Bad Boys?
No. He wasn't a part with them. He was it might have been, I don't know who he was with, but whatever label he was with, he got out, and then that makes me think that he just stopped going with whatever they were saying. So,
But
let me use this videotape with Bad Boy, whatever Diddy, and now you're going to be.
But why they had if they had all this information and they leaked it, it wouldn't make sense. He would do whatever the hell they wanted. Like if you did all that dirt and they had it, yeah, I'm your bitch. Like I'm not ruining my life, going to jail. Like what do you need?
And plus,
it has
Bad Boys Diddy's own label.
Yeah,
he started Bad Boys.
Well, I'm sure he's like CEO. It's probably. I mean, when you get to that level,
I don't want to say Meek was a part. I feel like he was a part of somewhere else, but I heard Diddy diddled a lot of people.
Yeah,
Diddy the diddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that long and get away with it. I mean, we did a whole podcast on it. If you track it back, it started in the 90s.
Yeah, I would have thought that Diddy is like the kingpin in this. Like he's making people do
he's the
rituals.
Guy.
Yeah, like he's the head of the.
Well, there is some of that.
The pyramid.
There is some of that.
this.
I mean, he did a lot of shit to a lot of famous people and held it
Well,
over their head.
he's saying that Diddy got caught up.
Yeah.
And
No, and I'm agreeing with you that you're probably right.
Yeah,
he's the guy.
If I'm believing in this
Scenario,
ritual
right.
conspiracy stuff, I'm thinking he's up. He's one of the the top five of the
Definitely
the,
can
the
be
group.
Yeah, but just like Rick said, he said it's been happening for so long, and eventually it's going to come out. Just use that. Like Meek maybe was the one that wasn't putting up with it no more.
Yeah,
that's how. Yeah,
and then it snowballs because
Yes,
people are afraid to come out, and then once it's out, they're like, "Oh, this has been weighing heavy on me. Let's go."
Can't get rid of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just it's people in power, man. They don't live by our rules. They just don't.
Yeah.
They don't have to. Imagine never being told no for the last 20 years. You would be a fucking monster. I need my wife to check
And
me
he
all
is
the
he
time.
was
She
a
needs to
monster.
tell me that's wrong.
that's
You
for
can't do that. And I listen. Now, if I didn't have to listen and I was self-dependent completely financially and mentally, and I didn't need the yeses, then I would be a monster. I know I would. I think every one of us would be.
which Diddy is.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
And I'm going to say we would be on his level, but you would be a fucking asshole.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah, I think, what do you think? Is Diddy getting time?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. His house got raided. They didn't find anything, but I believe that raid was to grab information like laptops, hard drives, whatever. Because I feel like it's not just music artists. I feel like he has ties with like politicians. The same way I believe Diddy was the Epstein of rap.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the way Epstein was with politicians and music artists and whoever was a famous, I feel like Diddy was that in rap.
Fucking monster.
Yeah, I don't think we know that they didn't find anything. They just haven't, that hasn't come out what they found. They could have found videos of, like you said, other famous people, celebrities, politicians. But it also could be that there's like some human trafficking element there. He was accused of that by several people. Not to the Epstein level where he just it was like hundreds of young girls, but like
enough.
Oh yeah, like with that Cassie girl, and like a couple people
Those
accused
videos
him
were
of
wild.
like literally kidnapping them for years at a time. And, yeah, so we'll see. I think he will eventually get charged, but I don't think he'll ever come back to the United States.
The same way Epstein's list hasn't came out, I feel like Diddy won't get charged.
Yeah, same shit.
Because it's basically the same shit.
That's where it's at. Like I'm with you. I think he's not. I think he hit that level of power. I mean, we've seen it so many times before. I mean, even you just talked about he won't come back too. Polanski, right?
Right, Polanski.
He went to that's the ultimate move. If you can't win with your power and influence, then you just take off. You go. Yeah. And the fact that Polanski and P. Diddy are allowed to do that. Anybody else who wasn't famous or didn't have as much money, you ain't allowed to leave.
Yeah.
And they're watching your ass. Your passport's getting pulled. Yeah. How the fuck are they even getting out? They're protected. They got too much money, too much power.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Epstein's list didn't come out. There's several lists out, and in fact, just 2 weeks ago there was
the Black Book, the one that we were promised in January.
We were promised the court records from the Ghislaine Maxwell trial. The Black Book they can never release because just because your name's in a book doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
Yeah, that's the danger.
They're not gonna. Yeah, you could. Your name could be in his book. That doesn't mean you did anything.
So if that's damaging. So like if you happen to be on his airplane once to fly to Chicago and he let you do that, you're on his book. So like that could destroy careers.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
But his call logs were released 2 weeks ago. His flight logs have been around for years.
Now, how?
They need a witness.
That's interesting. Is real? I feel like it's just another loophole. Yeah.
It is. You're right. They are protecting famous people.
There's definitely, but there were a lot of names released in the call logs from 2 weeks ago.
You remember any of the names?
If that blacklist you're talking about had Joe Schmoes on it, nobody famous, it would have been released. It would have been in the paper.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly, yeah.
That Black Book will never come out. But it's not only because there's famous people in there that stand to lose. It's because there's probably a lot of Joe Schmoes in there that have a lot to lose. Just because he met them one time and put their name in his thing.
I was about to say, if you're a Joe Schmo, how likely is it that you'll be able to ride his plane?
Well, he was a big funder of science. He donated to tons of scientific to universities and gave grants that to people that had no idea that he was doing any of this stuff. He was at parties. And he thought of himself as a genius science guy. Like he thought he was like a, Neil deGrasse Tyson type where he could talk about any subject. And so that's just his own like vanity made him run in those circles. He gave tons of money to tons of scientists, none of which have ever been accused of doing anything other than like Stephen Hawking was on the island. But there's no evidence that Stephen Hawking knew anything that was going on that island. He was in that submarine. He was there for a day, and he went on a submarine that they had there. There's no evidence that he got massages from young girls.
I don't know, man.
But
seems like the type.
Listen. If you're Ted Bundy killed 40 women, he wasn't running around being murderous constantly. Yeah. You can be a horrible sex trafficking scumbag. And no one ever know that you just met a couple of times.
Yeah, that's true. I believe that.
You know what I mean? Like your neighbor could have 7 heads in his refrigerator. You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Because he's not running around going, I cut people's heads off.
Yeah.
That's what I do in my spare time.
Yeah, just because you knew him.
Yeah, but that
doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
Wait, didn't Hawkins have a history of being a player?
He did.
Yeah. My man got around.
But not with underage women.
Yeah, I guess that was a big difference.
Right. Yeah, he cheated on his wives, which is crazy enough.
Yeah, how'd you get away?
Yeah. How did you
get here in a position to cheat on
do
your
you have
wife?
like a burner phone? Yeah. Like how does that work if you're him? Like I don't
get the prepaid.
He had a burner. Yeah, he had a burner
keyboard. Burner keyboard.
It had a different voice.
It had a whole different voice.
Like that wasn't me.
Wife finds your burner wheelchair and keyboard. Like what the fuck is this?
What's this Barry White voice?
You have a second wheelchair?
Oh
fucked up.
Shit had like hot rod wheels on it.
Oh shit! It's all
Speakers
it's
in
all-
the back.
It's all dicked out.
God rest his soul, right?
Nah.
Jeff,
Yeah, I guess.
it's fucking crazy.
All right.
I'm just saying, I would love to see that black book, but that doesn't mean
For sure.
that every name in there, the
Matters.
guy who
Right,
did
right.
something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's right. They're not releasing it. It's the right move.
Yeah. What they should do is go through and see who was like a co-defendant or a co-conspirator, and like that could have been part of Ghislaine Maxwell's thing is rat some of these dudes out and we'll give you less time.
Well, that's
Yeah,
what we were all hoping, right? She was going to
talking
do.
at all. She's saying
No.
Well, she's showing she's living in her best life in prison.
Yeah, yeah, like she's living in Club Fed.
She ain't trying to commit suicide. That's what it is.
No,
Like-
dude, you wouldn't either. She's in like
Yeah, it's like
No,
it's a
I'm,
play
I'm,
tennis
I'm,
every
saying,
day and
I'm saying
golf.
she's not saying
Yeah.
anything because that suicide and
Oh, yeah,
she's
yeah,
like
yeah.
they'll get to her if they feel a little bit like she's going to start leaking some powerful names. They'll make it look like a suicide again.
Man.
What a humiliation ritual! You hanging? And
Yeah.
fucking that's the ultimate one.
You guys think he's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
You
Well,
think he's
oh,
still
yeah.
alive? You think he's still alive?
I don't know what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You
he's
brought it
up,
I think
though.
he's
Wouldn't be
dead.
shocked if he is. Wouldn't be shocked if he wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying. Yeah.
I think he's dead, but I'm not convinced at all that he killed himself. We
Nah,
actually
yeah.
did an
Yeah,
episode.
Yeah,
on it,
right. That's also, yes.
Yeah, there was like a whole thing where guards went on a break and all this
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah,
It
there
was a
just
lot
not-
going
it didn't
on.
add up. He
Power
didn't
went
kill
out.
himself.
The stars aligned. Like, come on now.
He tried to kill himself 2 days before by beating the hell out of himself.
Yeah, right. Right.
So, Mac, if I told you that if you piss in public with your pants down around your ankles from now on, you could have a #1 album.
Do people have to see me?
Yeah, man. Let's talk this. You think this shit's free? I'm just
gotta
giving
be
away fake
humiliated.
albums.
I don't know.
Yeah. Every time. I'm talking like, and you're not allowed to use, when you got to pee, you ain't allowed to use the stall. You got to go urinal every time.
Can I use a Viagra?
Trying to be hard while you're doing this? Why? What's the point of that?
You ain't seeing this.
You'll be there forever trying to
Dude,
pee.
it's called a fluff up, man.
Yeah,
you don't
no,
need a
no,
whole
no.
heart. You don't need a giant
Yeah,
rod.
but if you're at the urinal and your penis is out anyway, that's already out. We're talking,
I'm
more
a gr-
concern would be the butthole.
I know. I'm a grower, not a shower. So if I'm in
You
public,
got to fluff it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever fluffed up for like a doctor?
No, I not like touched, but I
Hell
definitely like. I try to
Gotta get there.
Try to get the blood.
I
down
fluffed for a doctor before.
Yeah, hell
you
yeah.
You can't go in there without a fluff.
there, for sure.
Like, yeah. Like it's a
I
dude, but
fluff
like
for
I
a
don't need to
male
be judged.
doctor.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, all day. More for a male doctor because
More for a male doctor.
I don't want to get shortchanged.
But he knows what you're doing, and he's like, "Why did you get a half a hard dick?"
I
to
love
see
it.
you?"
I
Dude,
wish-
he did it too.
What?
That
Yeah.
doctor did it before
That's
too.
how you-
I would
He
love
was
to
fluffing?
I love if they had a camera in whenever they're doing a physical right before it. You see like it just
They
dudes
see you
fluffing.
like
Yeah, just fucking pounding your noodle, and you can't pound it too hard because you can't be hard. That'd be weird.
What-
you got to get
what
mid.
camera?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah, what
cameras in your
No, I
doctor's
said it
office,
would be
dude?
great if they
What
had
the
one.
fuck?
There's no confidential
If they had
shit
one,
going
they'd
on
be
there.
having a lot of dudes fluffing. But the fluff is an art because you
Yeah.
can't you can't over fluff.
No, if
Yeah, if you
that's
overbake that
I'm saying
bitch,
he's like Viagra.
Viagra, no.
If I don't- you don't know
full.
who's in public though. You don't know who's looking.
Yeah, but a hard dick in a urinal says something else. They think you're looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to no Viagra, just fluff a little bit. You're allowed to
All
fluff.
right, if I'm allowed to fluff, yeah.
Okay. So you get a number. Is that what would you rather be? An actor? I know you had a rap album before, right?
Yeah,
Rapper or a podcaster? What do you want to do if you were famous? What would be your ideal?
probably
famous?
rap. Yeah,
Okay, so you got guaranteed #1 hit. They're going to give you one shot. They're going to put it on every radio station. They're going to put it on like fucking boost it on Spotify and all that.
and
bullshit
you're saying how many times do I got to do this
for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
No.
no, I couldn't do that.
No,
No,
one time. I'll do it one time now for $20.
But that's what the humiliation ritual is.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Like John Cena
That's
had
a
to
fact,
streak
yeah.
across the stage one time.
All right, then we got to think of something better than pissing in a urinal as a one-time thing.
Yeah, no, we got to make him like.
Let's brainstorm here. What do you think here, Joe?
He's got to wear a thong bikini and walk in that store at the end of the mall here.
I would do that.
Walk
for
through
now.
and buy
Yeah.
a Jesus statue
That's
Out of there.
crazy.
with
throw
the
the Jesus in.
bikini on.
With a bikini
Yeah, I
on.
would.
See?
Yeah,
He would
I
do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What is your line? Okay, would you Would you guide your father's penis into your mouth?
Oh my
vagina?
god,
dude.
dude! Why is that a fallback for you?
Well, yeah,
Why is the worst thing I
That
can
is
think
a
of?
go-to.
It's
This
the
is the
worst
Third
thing I
time
can
he's
think of.
used that on this podcast.
But hey, #1 album. All you gotta do is guide it in. Just the guide,
Number
and you're
one
done. They
album.
do the rest. They do the rest. You ain't gotta do nothing.
Oh man,
You can wear a glove. I'll let you wear a glove. One glove.
To be
If you got to
honest-
use 2 hands, that's on you. You get 1 glove.
To be honest, I'll probably do it.
Yeah, I knew it.
There he
I knew you
is.
want to be a rapper. I see in his eyes. You got that spark.
He's ready for Hollywood. Let's go.
I'm giving my parents hush money after that.
Yeah.
though. yeah.
You got to give them. They're being humiliated. Everybody's humiliated. You got to take care
Yeah,
of
this
it.
is all on camera.
No, you don't have to film it.
What?
Because if it's a porn with your parents, that's a whole other thing.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, people gotta
Yeah.
get paid.
Would
Just
you
the
do
guy,
it?
the guy who.
Would you do it?
Cameron, nah,
No,
that's
not with the camera. But
crazy.
listen. There is a camera.
Y'all weird.
But it's only one with the camera is the guy who's controlling shit. So now he's got you. He's
Yeah,
gonna
like
give you one
the
album.
cabal gets the.
Yeah, but he's
gets
gonna
the-
say,
the
"Don't
footage.
do what the fuck I say. This is your new sex tape, bro." Does that put a different paint job on it?
It does. Because then there's going to be another humiliation ritual, and what if I don't want to do that one?
Yeah, you're right. It can escalate.
Yeah, well, no, all right. It expires after 1 year. Like the tape just dissolves.
Oh, I'm there. Yeah,
So you got to do whatever this guy wants for a year.
we're getting it on. Yeah,
We're getting it on. You don't have to do anything but guide the.
no, they're
He's like, I'm in. Let's go.
You don't. I'm going to make this clear. You don't have to have sex.
no. All I'm saying, checks coming. We're getting it on. Yeah.
All right. And then what? I mean, what's the? Do you lock eyes with your dad? Do you put your head down? Like, what do you do there?
goodness.
Do
Probably,
you apologize a little bit?
no, I won't look at my mom. But I'll probably like dab up my dad, give him a handshake.
Yeah, like yeah. Sorry about this, but I'm going to make you rich.
We're eating
yeah.
after this. Yeah.
Give me that penis. I was going to say.
This is disturbing.
Shit always goes so
Ricky
weird.
loves this.
Yeah, this is it.
I
Do
just
a
like-
show with this.
I just love like testing people's
We should just
lines to see
like
if they're
have
right.
different people in here and ask them that question.
Random shit.
Would you
Yeah.
guide your-
Would you guide your
dad's
father's?
penis in
That's
your
the
mouth?
whole. That's the whole podcast.
Yeah, right.
Call it guiding penises.
Yeah.
And just do a whole. I'm in. Let's do it.
this is
Start it up.
crazy.
Oh, you thought you were here for conspiracies.
Yeah. This isn't that. You guys diddled me.
Yeah.
This is
You
this
got
is the
diddled.
humiliation ritual.
That's the name of the podcast. You got diddled.
Happy initiation.
The diddle zone.
Diddle zone.
All right, Mac. Final thoughts on Hollywood humiliation rituals. Give it to us.
I mean, if you want to do it, I guess be my guest. But
You would do it. You just said you would do
Yeah,
it.
you're-
You're in.
I'm my own guest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I
You
feel
ain't
like
hating on them.
I'm not eating babies. Yeah, that's what I.
Everybody's got their lines.
That's what I'm saying. The lines get drawn.
I might eat a baby
You're,
before I
still
touch my
young.
dad's
You
dick.
only do that when you get old.
No,
baby-
not-
Stay young. Yeah, right.
Save the babies.
Well, listen. In that scenario, that guy has that tape for a year. If he says to eat a baby, you want that tape out?
Now we're going backwards.
Yeah, you already made the tape.
Yeah.
Now you got to eat a baby.
They got to eat a baby, man. You want that tape out, baby, or tape?
Call me a crackhead. I can't do that. Give me the Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
What if I told
What?
you?
No, you already made the tape. And
You
gave
made the
it to
tape.
him.
You gave it to him.
Now
so
he
like
tells
he
you
could
gotta
now he
eat
can
a
tell you whatever to
baby.
do for a year. Now he's like eat a baby,
Or the
it's
tape's coming out.
Give me the residuals on the tape at least.
It's a good move. Release it yourself. Fuck it.
Come on, yeah.
So good.
So
Well
his name-
played. Well
you gonna
played,
be the
my
new
man.
Sketch? Is that his name? Sketch.
I was going to bring that up, but that's a little crazy.
poor
too.
Sketch.
I
Yeah.
know. I still
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah.
Cool people.
Wait, fill me in on this sketch. What's
All
this?
right, so Sketch was a popular streamer on Twitch, and he did a lot of Madden shit, like a lot of gaming. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And somebody for a year, same thing, was holding it over his head, or more than a year.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
So he did like an OnlyFans where
Yeah.
he was like, was he a dom or a submissive or some shit like that?
I don't know which one's which. All I know is he was sucking on something.
He was probably the submissive. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, and he's dressed kind of weird. Is he like dressed like a? I didn't see it. I heard it described.
You're bound. I'm not looking. I wasn't looking for
I think
it.
he had like
Yeah.
a wig
But you
on.
were
He had
bound
a
to
wig
look
on?
for it. You had like a Superman costume or Superwoman, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
So it was really humiliating.
Yes,
kind of what we're
yes,
talking about
yes,
here
yes.
today. And then the person who was threatening him for years, I don't know what he got out of him. He may have got money throughout the 2 years, whatever. Dude finally released it.
Well, he like blew up over the last year.
Yeah.
Like that. I know who he is.
Yeah, yeah. And then I guess the payment was too high, or why didn't he keep paying this guy?
I think this was the good part of the humiliation ritual, though.
What do you mean?
Even though it's a bad thing to happen, it did sketch good.
Oh yeah, I didn't know his name
Yeah,
before this.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
watch
I never heard it yet.
like, people play video games.
I know him from all the like "What's Up, Brother" stuff.
Yeah.
For like the last 6 months, maybe.
Yeah, everybody.
But the way he handled it was kind of decent. I like because like he would when it was first coming out, he was talking about committing suicide. Like and that would be a thought. Like you did something that you're completely embarrassed that the world knows. That's a lot to handle for one person. And then he had just like really good friends in his corner that like talked
10
about
years
it.
ago, he would have committed suicide.
Right.
Yeah.
Today, it's like I don't even know why he was even thinking that. Like he should have just called up some of his friends and been like, "Yo, man, I got to tell you guys."
Right.
Yeah, I'm going
For
through
the
some
most
shit,
part,
right.
everybody's going to be cool now. It's not like when we were that age,
Right.
You know?
And if he would have thought about it, he should have known he's going
to have a lot more support.
Yeah, and he's about to blow up. Like everybody's going to know him now. Just like that fucking JoJo Siwa. I didn't know her name until she started acting retarded.
I don't know if that's a right word,
Mentally
buddy.
challenged. I'm sorry. I don't know. All right.
Oh, Rick.
All right.
I think we're allowed to
What's
say that again.
retarded.
Yeah,
It's back?
it's back. I don't know.
They're back in style.
Yeah, they're back in style.
I don't know if that's right.
The word, not the people. As a people, it has never been cool.
It's not cool to me.
Oh, shit. We're off the rails.
Yeah, let's just stop there.
Yeah. We're just going to dig ourselves deep.
So JoJo Siwa, right?
yeah.
She just
Acting out of
humiliates
pocket.
herself walking out the door.
Oh,
Like I feel for the girl.
I still don't know who that is. We
But
did a whole
look,
show
we're
about it.
a room full of 4 men talking about her.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
She's
true.
doing
It's
something
worth
right.
working.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're right. And I mean,
So in your face, jerk.
yeah. And I'll watch anything on my feed with JoJo Siwa. I'm watching that. I want to see her
Yeah.
act a fool again.
Yeah.
And it's so humiliating. She comes off so douchey and cringy.
Yeah, but
Cringe
does
word.
she think she is?
No,
No.
that's the
No.
beauty of it.
Yeah,
That's-
so
But
She's living her best life. You dick.
You would be
it ain't me.
humiliated.
It's everybody
She
but
loves
her.
it.
It's everybody but her. Everybody sees it.
Everybody but her.
She keeps going.
I don't know, man.
Some people just live in their own little world. They
I
don't
respect
care.
that. I do
Yeah.
respect
I know.
that.
I don't care. Yeah, let her
Let
go.
her rip. Yeah, let her rip.
Oh,
Take
yeah,
it,
didn't I say I think I was on her side
You did.
after we
Yeah,
did
we
that?
talked
I was
about
like,
it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did before. Yeah,
Let her cook.
let her do her thing, man.
cook.
Why are you so mad?
I don't know.
This is not him.
He's still mad at her.
He can't do his thing.
How many
can't
times
do
I
the
do
dance.
funny dances?
He
and
hates when
nobody
people
loves-
do goofy stuff.
Just be normal.
Get away with it.
Just be normal and get away
all right,
with it. That's
mentally
it.
challenged. All right, so
Boomer Rick over there.
yeah.
Boomer Rick. That's his new name. That's all he is.
All right, do we believe in it? Do we believe in? Do we know? Do we think it happens?
And these rituals?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're
You think
talking
it's
about it
planned?
as like a hazing thing or like I have power over you, I'm going to make you do something stupid to embarrass yourself. Yeah, I don't think it's like an evil, nefarious cabal that's making $50 million decisions over it.
right.
There's a level of it being real, though.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Would
going
you?
on too
Would you
much.
agree? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say something's up.
Mac, what do you think? You think you're all in? That there's a cabal?
I'm all in.
You're all
I'm
in.
all in.
All right.
Yeah. Down to the sketches, to the Dave Chappelle, everything.
Well, all right, who
Yeah.
gets how do they decide who has to do it and who doesn't?
What would you
There's
say?
like
'Cause
tons of
I was born in 01. So when that Chappelle stuff happened, would you say when he had that show out and would you say he was very like he was rising up and he was
Oh yeah, he was the guy.
definitely.
Yeah.
most
So I
definitely.
feel like that's how they pick it. Who's rising? Who's doing it the quickest? Who has
Okay.
the most influence? So I think that
Okay.
I feel like that's how Chappelle got picked in that instance.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got you want to do rapid fire
Sure.
on Mac?
What the fuck's
I
right?
gotta ask him. We're gonna ask you because you're a conspiracy. You're an all around conspiracy guy, right?
Yeah,
all right. So I'm gonna ask you like 3-4 of the top conspiracies. What your theory is?
All right.
Bling, bling, bling.
JFK.
Shot.
What?
By multi-
Did they word association?
Oh, you win.
Shot. We all agree on that.
by multiple people.
He wasn't stabbed. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
all right. There was
More than one
multiple
person.
shooters.
I,
Okay.
I definitely think it was set up by the CIA.
Was
CIA.
Oswald involved?
He could have been.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
could've
all right.
been, yeah.
See, I'm kind
Part
of
of
with you.
the
Like
CIA.
I think Oswald did it, but I don't know if there was some other people involved.
Why couldn't he be involved? in
Right.
it?
All right, let's just rapid fire. Let's go. Next
Yeah.
one.
All right.
Rapid fire.
Who did 9/11?
Who was the president at that time?
Bush.
Yeah, Bush had control.
Inside
yeah.
job. Boom.
COVID lab leak or
Lab leak, yep.
animal? All right.
Lab leak.
What else we got? Another one?
Moon landing.
Moon landing fake. I feel like there's like solid evidence that moon landing was fake. So,
Earth round or flat?
I believe it in a biblical term to where it's almost like a donut, standing on 4
I
pillars.
never heard of donut before.
You got a new one? You just made one?
Wow, that's
I like
a new.
it.
You just made up a conspiracy.
You can read it
theory.
in the Book of Revelation.
Okay.
It's standing on 4 pillars, so it's not circle and it's not flat. It's almost like a oval way, but also with a rounded sides. Almost if you grabbed a sphere and you smushed it.
That's
Okay.
what you think the Earth is?
Yeah.
Okay. You're mentally challenged.
All right, keep going.
I'm
Keep
back
going.
in style. It's good.
Okay.
How about Bigfoot?
That one blew me away.
Bigfoot? Nah.
Bigfoot?
No
Nah.
Bigfoot.
No, that's ridiculous.
That's the one. That's the most feasible
That's
one. There
crazy.
could be an
No.
animal
That's the
out
one
there.
that could be real.
He thinks the Earth is a donut, but Bigfoot ain't on that shit.
No. Bigfoot, no.
It just doesn't work.
Roswell did a spaceship crash there with aliens?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, you don't know that?
No.
He's a
That's
young boy.
Wow.
It's a
Gotta
fun
look
one.
that one up.
I do believe in aliens though. Yeah, I believe in that extraterrestrial, which I also think extraterrestrial is the land outside of the ice walls.
Oh, and
Okay.
Antarctica,
And
right?
So wait,
Where's the donut come into that?
yeah, where's the ice wall on the
Oh
donut?
shit! I don't
You just
know.
fucked up your whole
Yeah,
shit.
you're mixing
No,
up.
no.
You're mixing up flat Earth.
Because when you say the ice wall, people think that's where it ends.
Yeah.
I don't believe
Yeah,
it.
that's what they're saying. They're saying there's something
Yeah.
beyond that.
And who's
But-
to say that this donut is a certain size? I believe it can be
Okay.
any size.
All right.
Just like if you pull me up a picture of any planet right now, that's not a real picture. You can't tell me that is a real picture of whatever planet you pull up.
Why would you say that?
I'm not believing it.
We have telescopes that can see this stuff.
You can literally see the planet through a telescope.
You can
Go
see
buy,
it,
go
yeah.
buy a
Yourself, you
telescope.
I'm sorry. From as if you were in the
Space station?
spaceship. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not buying that. No.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I go deep. Yeah, like
You are in. You are in.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to bring him on. He like loves the podcast, was talking about it, and then he's telling me shit that I didn't know about. He's just like, what do you think of this, that? So I mean, he's a perfect guest. I mean, he could run his own podcast on
Yeah,
conspiracies.
definitely.
Yeah.
Or YouTube or something.
YouTube, yeah. Get it going. Get that. I can help you out, but I'm gonna need your mom and dad to come by.
Yeah.
You're not recording nothing though.
For 1 year.
For 1 year. All right, that's it. I think we did it.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, that's a wrap.
it.
All right. Thanks for coming by,
Yeah,
Matt.
thanks,
Yeah,
man.
thanks
Good
a lot,
having you.
Matt.
Thank you for having me.
It was lovely.
Absolutely, dude. We had a good time.
You have anything you want to plug? You got an album out? You got an
No.
album you had out? You got
No,
a
nothing.
friend's business?
Just plug the podcast. That's what you
Okay.
guys gotta listen
All
to.
right.
I like that. So, what's our podcast?
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
There
Let's
it is.
go.
On Becoming the Goat.
What?
No, that was 3 podcasts ago.
Conspiracy Zone.
Conspiracy Zone.
Wow.
All right.